This new rule could destroy Formula One. The FIA unveiled absurd new guidelines designed to assist stewards in determining fines and other punishments for violations of certain articles of the FIA's International Sporting Code, which is the overarching set of rules governing all FIA series, including F1, F2, WEC, World Rally Championship, the Piston Cup, and so on. Ka-chow! These guidelines are contained within a document called Appendix B, which I think is a very appropriate name because, like every appendix, this thing serves no real purpose and should be removed before it causes problems. The second International Sporting Code regulation singled out with punishment guidelines is the one that everybody's talking about right now. Article 12.2.1.L, which disallows, quote, any misconduct. And how does the FIA classify misconduct in the International Sporting Code? The general use of language, written or verbal, gesture, and or sign that is offensive, insulting, coarse, rude, or abusive, and might reasonably be expected or be perceived to be coarse or rude or to cause offense, humiliation, or to be inappropriate. Also, assaulting, which it specifies as elbowing, kicking, punching, hitting, etc., or incitement to do any of the above. I call this the Max Verstappen rule because it was clearly inspired by Max swearing in an official F1 press conference and then complaining about being punished for it with community service. The FIA has now responded to Max by saying, Max, if you hated community service, you're really going to hate this. It's the same punishment as the first one. Your first offense should result in a €40,000 fine. Your second offense within a 2-year period should result in a €80,000 fine plus a suspended 1-month suspension. Your third offense within a 2-year period should result in a €120,000 fine plus a 1-month non-suspended suspension, which is hard to say, plus deduction of championship points. So yes, though rumors are 100% true, the FIA have just made a ruling that if a driver swears on 3 separate occasions within a 2-year period, they can be fined and banned and deducted championship points. How is this a real thing that is happening? The FIA have to be the second most tone-deaf global organization of all time, right behind the International Karaoke Federation. Imagine being so offended by swear words that you'd ruin the integrity of your sport over it. What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here? I am eagerly awaiting the Grand Prix Drivers Association's written response to these asinine new FIA guidelines, because it's certainly going to be so ruthless that the FIA may consider it worthy of a fine and 1-month suspended suspension.